Indian badminton has been on an ascent for the last decade or so. It of course started with the ascent of Saina Nehwal and then PV Sindhu, Lakshya Sen. But one duo who've not been given enough credit for their explosive badminton style and their extensive wins are the duo of Satwik and Chirag. We're here in Hyderabad at the Gopishand Badminton Academy, and it's a privilege to welcome Satwiksairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty to Frankly Speaking. Thank you for joining us. First of all, many congratulations. You guys just won the Singapore Open. I'm told it's the first time an Indian pair has won the Singapore Open. What was that moment like?
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. It's been a while we won Singapore Open. After that we had a break, but I think it's been a long journey after Olympics. We had a tough road. We wanted to win a tournament, but I think at the right time we got that Singapore Open medal. I think we have been there hanging on for a very long time. Wherever we are playing semis, finals. We didn't get gold. So we were very disappointed. We have been training so hard, and we have been dealing with injuries as well. So it's mentally and physically it's way stressful when putting 100%, you're still not getting the result. But I think Singapore Open just waved off everything. I think it gives us a lot of confidence now going into any tournament. I think we are still there and beating the Koreans and all the top players who are playing really well. I think beating them gives us a lot of confidence. So we are really happy the way it went in the Singapore Open.
So those 2 years from 2024, from the Olympics quarterfinal exit to now winning this prestigious tournament, as he said, there was a lot of ups and downs. Injuries were there. Coming to the finals, I think in 4 tournaments in these last 2 years and not winning the gold. What kept you going through those 2 years? And describe to us how stressful and tough, as he said, those 2 years were.
Yeah, I think it was quite stressful. Obviously, post Olympics, we were injured for quite a bit time, and probably June of last year we were ranked as low as 27, and probably in the past 5-6 odd years, we've once we broke into the top 10, we've never really moved out of the top 10. Maybe we've gone to 12, 13. And even that was back in 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
So for us to be out of competition for so long and then make a comeback last year where we, from 27, within 5-6 months we were back in the top 3 in the world, ended the year at top world number 3. I think it was quite good, but we were always playing semi-finals and finals.
Yeah, correct.
We never really broke that thing and won a final, and people always expected us to win finals because like a majority of the finals that we've played in the past, we've always gone on to win it. So for us as well, it was quite difficult, but eventually we knew for a fact that if we kept doing the right things, eventually things will fall into place, and that's what happened. And really happy that we could get that win.
So
in the
just to get a little more detail, what are the conversations you were having, like when you get the silver medal, when you know that you're this far yet this close, what are the conversations you're having? Are you changing your game, or is it just mental preparedness, mental toughness, resilience, or do you make tactical changes to your game?
We usually have conversations where we see what's working, what's not working, and sit and analyze. Like we were quite close in finishing off those finals. Played a couple of 3 games, but it didn't go our way. Sometimes might have been because might have played the wrong tactical game. Sometimes the opponents might have been really good, and sometimes we may not have played the right at the level we should have. So there were different circumstances, but one thing we knew for a fact, that if we keep doing the right things, and that's what we kept telling each other, that if we keep doing the right things, eventually that win will come.
Even that moment of celebration, I think after winning that last point, so your celebration of that baby, I think you've had a recent addition to your family. You've been blessed. I think your brother's been blessed with a child. Tell us a little bit more about that, and also what was the first thing you told him after that win? He also, I think, let out that big cry of almost exasperation, like finally we've done it. So what did you guys tell each other the first thing after that final point was won?
We haven't spoken anything yet.
Oh, you didn't speak?
No, I
Okay.
mean, nothing vocally, but.
Even while you were dancing after the.
No, we haven't spoken anything yet. We haven't spoken like jeet gaya or whatever we want something, but we haven't spoken. But and again, it's been while we celebrated our trademark, so it felt new also. Like I mean, okay, what to do exactly? Then I was like, okay, we haven't prepared for that celebrations or anything. It has to come naturally. That's how we started doing in Thomas Cup. But yeah, I mean, as Chirag was telling, so last few years, like we haven't played together, as in there is a guy who is speaking, one is behind. So playing together, you can see in Singapore we both are playing together because of injuries or some personal issues or whatever this thing. So last years has been very up and down, very up and down. One guy is very fit, one guy is not so fit. So we haven't entered any tournament with 100%. So we always entered with 60% or 70%, and our mindset is like, we'll just go and see. Before Olympics, it was like, we are going to win this tournament. The preparation and all is way different than last 2 years because we changed the coach and I came from injury after Olympics. I need a break. So then again, when we started, then personal thing happened, my father thing happened. Then it was very mentally, it was very disturbed. Then Chirag had back issue. Then again, I had shoulder issue. So there was no tournament. I couldn't tell you like which tournament we played as 100%. Still with our 50%, we are playing semi-finals. That kept us going like, bhai hum log fit bhi nahi hai and playing at high level. So it's not easy, and you have so many tournaments back to back. You don't have time to recover also. So these things kept us going, and obviously I'm little like family person. I'm very connected to, like I believe all these things, it will happen on time. So this Singapore happened. I was thinking, if we win this, it will be trademark for my niece. I mean, when she grows up, she will see like what his Babai do for her. So I think I was thinking like I should gift her something in a good way. So I felt like we got lucky as well. I mean, I feel that luck came on our side. I felt girl is always lucky in family. So we believe in that. South Indians always believe something like that. So
have you shown her the video? I mean, I'm sure that her parents have shown her the video.
Yeah, I showed. I mean, whole the week I was calling. Before match, I was doing video call.
Oh,
like
okay.
it started from the first match when I won. Then my mom continued like every day. Like before that, see hi, okay, all the best, Baba, bye. So all these small things.
So she's your lucky charm.
I felt she got us luck into the Singapore Open, which we needed because we need to break that final curse or something. So
it was not an easy game because you were one game down. I think you lost the opening game, and then to come back. At what point in that final did you feel like, okay, now the rhythm has changed? Now the rhythm is on our side. Was there any tactical changes that you made there? I believe some of your net interventions really made a difference in the second game. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, I think obviously the game was quite difficult. We led or probably were quite close in finishing of the first, but we couldn't eventually in the end. But in the second game, we knew for a fact that if we need to catch the shuttle as quickly as possible and keep it low because once the Indonesians catch the net, then we'll sort of take a back seat and start lifting, which we didn't really want to do. And I think in the second game we started catching it as much as possible right after our serves, so that we keep the shuttle low and get those lifts and create opportunities for us to attack. And I think the second game was quite comfortable after a point after 11. In the third game, I think at 6-all is when we broke free and took 5-6 points in a row. And
when we actually ended up with I think 4 or 5 match points towards the end of the
in the third game. At 11 we were leading quite comfortably. In the third game we were at 5-all, but we took 6 points in a row, and we ended the first half at 11-5. And
so
when
that's
we changed,
you knew that's it. I mean, the game is.
We knew, but at 12, we were leading 12-6. The Indonesians came back and didn't equal it, but they were at 12-11, pretty much back into the game. But we sort of kept our calm, that because even though they scored 5 points in a row, we knew that we didn't give them points. it was them that they played well and they scored those points. So we knew that we were doing the right things. Eventually they will succumb, and they did. And at 15, then we got a couple of points, and 15-11, and then I think we sort of cruised into the match.
So coming in also, even the semi-final game, you beat the world number one, you beat the Koreans basically. How much of a confidence lifter was that coming into the final, that you beat the world number one pair? That gave you enough confidence for the final?
Yeah, definitely. And we haven't. We played with them, I think, twice or thrice before. We haven't beat them, and it was always testing our level where we are standing with the world number ones, because they have been playing very consistently, and to beat them, very few people have broke them. I think one or two people who have beat them very comfortably, but nobody has break them, and their confidence has been so high, they can pull it at any time.
But it's only in the last few years, right? They've just suddenly broke out in the last few years.
After Olympics, then
after
they
the Olympics,
changed. The both used to play mixed doubles, then they changed as doubles, playing one event, and I think it took us time to break them. I mean, and again I was saying, like, we played when we have only 50%. Till when we come to semi-finals, our battery is dead. We don't have any weapons. We don't have any energy. We're just pushing ourselves with niggles all the time. So, but Singapore Open, I felt like we kind of managed with smart decisions, how we played, how we planned. I think that has helped in this tournament. The way we planned, I think we stick to the plan, and as I said, like, we played together, and Chirag knows exactly where I'm playing, and I know Chirag where he exactly plays. So that made us a little bit more comfortable on the court, and our body language also, like, if I look back all the matches, like, our body language is very different than the before matches. We looked very confident. We looked that we are also world number one guys. So that made huge difference, I felt.
So where do you go from now? You got China, you've got Japan, you got the big world championship. India is hosting the world championship. That must be a big feeling. I mean, home crowd rallying behind you. You're ready for it?
Yeah, I think obviously playing a world championship at home definitely feels special. I've watched a world championship back when I was almost a kid. I just started playing badminton, which took place here in Hyderabad in 2009, and I still remember watching it live on TV. So yeah, it feels good. Obviously, having the world championships at home with the home crowd support. So,
but does it add pressure because the expectation is also much higher?
Definitely, but I think it's we are used to playing events back to back, and I think it's just another court, I feel, but with home advantage. So I think more than pressure, I think it's the home advantage that will favor us, and I think we'll go all guns blazing and hope to get back with a medal.
I started the program by saying this is one duo that's not been given enough credit for. Do you feel that even now, or do you feel like your time has come, you're being recognized as much as the individual shuttlers are being recognized as well?
I mean, we have been there from very past long time. We have been there in the top 4, top 5. So it's like, it's just, we never compared with anyone. We just wanted to do better for our country and better for our event, because it's not about us. I felt it's about the event which we are playing. People doesn't recognize as singles much. Like, if someone has played in our place, hanging there in the top 4, top 3 for a very long time, they would have been seen way different than us. So
why do you say that?
It's I mean, I think if people, that's my opinion, but people want players to play only singles rather than doubles. Even the junior, even now in my family, people ask me, why don't you play singles? So
it's for individual glory and
that I don't know, but I mean, event is like that. People choose singles first. If they're not doing well, then they come to doubles.
Okay.
So it's like a second option, doubles, but nobody has taken seriously in India. So we are the one. I have started way early, and I always wanted to be doubles player. So that's my mindset. I never wanted to be singles player. So we are the first batch. I think we played as a professional from very young time. And if you see Indonesia or China, from under 13 they will separate all the doubles players and singles players.
Okay.
But in India, till under 19 you will play singles and doubles. Then you decide which way you want to go. If you are doing well in singles, you continue. Others, if you are not doing, then they shift to doubles.
Okay.
So it's very different in that category. But yeah, like we never compared like we need credit or anything. We know we are good enough. We wanted to do well for the country, and when it's our time, they will recognize. And I know everyone wants Olympic medal, obviously, but apart from that, we have done what we could do with all our things. We may not have many things which other country has, but still whatever we have done that, and we thrive for more. Like we don't complain or we need this, we need that. But I think few months back we just felt there was not enough credit for the badminton, also for the Thomas Cup.
I saw an Instagram post that one of you had
felt
put up.
Little bad, but apart from that, I think people do recognize in Hyderabad. Obviously, people are waving now also, but I mean that is how it is. But in general, I think I feel people do a lot of more attention on singles than doubles. I feel that's my personal opinion. People want, even I love watching singles, but it has to be same you maybe like we are also there playing for a very long time comparatively, but few things is not in our hands. We can't control few things.
Of course.
So obviously our thing is like just to play the best whatever we can, and show with our racket, not with.
Do you also feel like, it may not just be a badminton issue, it's just that this country is obsessed with cricket, so any non-cricket sport, whether it's football or golf or any other sport, doesn't get as much premium or privilege or even audience attention and support. Do you feel that?
Maybe, like I think athletes, obviously cricket is a very big sport in India, and rightly so. There's plenty to learn from cricket, I think.
Do you watch a lot of cricket?
Not every time, but the test matches I do, and major events.
Okay, like IPL.
Not series. An IPL I didn't watch regularly, but I did watch the World Cup, the Asia Cup, like the major events, like ICC trophies basically.
Have you seen Vaibhav Suryavanshi? He seems to be the
I did see his batting. So yeah, I think the way cricket has been promoted, I think there's plenty to learn from cricket for every other sport in India. How they've I think the way the performances have been, and how they've captured those performances and actually used it to increase their audience. I think that is one thing which every sport needs to learn. Badminton, every other sport in India, and
so who do you think should be doing that? I mean, the players obviously can play, and they play well, and like you guys are playing very well. But is it the administrators? Is it the federation? Is it fans? I mean, how do you make, elevate, let's say, badminton or tennis or any other sport?
I think everybody, for that matter, everybody has a role to play. All the stakeholders, players, everybody, for that matter, fans, everybody has to do their bit, I feel, because performances have been there, and I think it's a collective effort, to be honest. And for us, the blueprint has to be what cricket has done and how popular it has become over the years, from the 80s till now. Like I think after the World Cup win, I still, like I wasn't there at that time, but I've heard stories where they didn't have the money to actually host one, where I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but Lata Mangeshkar had to do a concert where to raise funds. So I think from there to now, where cricket is, the amount of money that the sport is generating, I think there's plenty to learn from them, and I think all the other sports need to take cricket as an example and learn from it.
No, I just want to go to one point that Satwik had also made, that he was very clear early on, maybe at the time that you came to this academy, 10, 15 years ago, that he always wanted to be a doubles player. That was not your case. I mean, you tried singles for some time. How did, this partnership, I know the coach, Mr. Kim, was given a lot of credit for it, but how did this actually come about? You guys are not very similar, you're not from the same cities, you're not friends, or at least were not friends before you started playing together. So how did it happen?
So earlier I used to play in Mumbai with my then partner and Tan coach. When he was appointed as the head doubles coach in India, he asked me and my partner Arjun back then to come to Hyderabad to train under him, and I was still playing in the juniors at that time, and when I first came in, like he felt that both me and Satwik can actually become a good pair because both of us are tall players and can really attack well. So he felt that we can actually make a good pair and be one of the best in the world.
Did you ask him, like, what did he see in both of you that nobody else saw?
I think that's what, like, I think both of us are really tall players, and although at that time both of us were backcourt players, I was pretty much playing at the backcourt, even he for that matter. So I sort of had to start playing a lot more in the front court, and initially obviously it was quite difficult. The first 3 international tournaments that we played, we lost in the very first round, and from like
where did the turning point happen? Was it the Commonwealth Games? Where did you feel like okay,
this was in 2016 is when we started playing international tournaments
when you felt like this Jodi will click?
So after 3 tournaments, when we came back, coach made us like took us out for a chat, and he told us that, you know what, if you don't feel like playing together, just say it.
Okay.
I'll give you good partners because I feel you deserve good partners, but in my opinion, you two should continue, and I feel you can become one of the best in the world.
Okay.
And I think at that moment something changed. Earlier it felt like a burden because it felt like he was making us play, and it wasn't our decision. But after that, I think it became a lot more organic, and it didn't feel like a burden after that. And from then on, we played 4 tournaments, 4 international tournaments in a row, and we won all 4. From losing first rounds in 3 internationals, then from then on winning 4. I think
back to back,
the journey sort of started, and we might have started in the early 400s, 500s in our partnership. And by the end of the year, we were in the top 70, and slowly we kept on rising.
Do you remember this conversation that the coach had, and what did you tell him when he said that, you know, you're free to choose other partners if you want?
No, and that time I was playing mixed doubles also. I wasn't so worried about. I mean, I was kind of like, okay, we'll see. But only the problem was communication. So that was the main issue rather than playing, because and there's little confusion whom to play a front court, because I was playing mixed doubles also. So if I want to play front court, it's very difficult playing mixed doubles and playing front court, and service also it keeps changing, because in mixed doubles you serve from the behind and you have to serve from the front in doubles. So it's very difficult that time. So and he has to sacrifice back court and play as a front court. So there was little gap and miscommunication, and to understand both of us. So it took us time for that to change that. When coach was telling, and I remember coach was telling to my parents, you have to spend some 5 to 10 lakhs per year to play tournaments. I want him to play as many as tournaments to get his experience. So parents were very much worried, like we don't see any future. You are asking us to spend 10 lakhs. Then he told, I remember in front of me, he told like, I will pay from my salary this 10 lakhs. So later he can return me. Is that okay? Then my parents felt like, somewhere from Malaysia he came and telling this, we should believe our child. So that time they told like, you go and play, we'll take care of this thing, we'll do whatever.
So did that change? Obviously after your first big win, everybody then started believing, okay, you have a full-time career in doubles.
So as I said, like I was playing both events, so I was somewhere like 50-50 playing. So like I felt like if I lose doubles, I can focus on mixed doubles. So I was playing with Ashwini Didi that time. So I felt like it's fine, because me and Chirag just started. Ashwini Didi has played already top level. So playing Commonwealth Games where we won team championship, I think those things have turned so much, gave a lot of confidence that okay, we can be in the top. So for doubles, it took us time to get into the zone, because I was playing mixed doubles same equally, like my mind was like 50-50, so way to focus. But when we won Thailand Open in doubles, I think I felt like I have more bigger chances in men doubles, like we can play win as a tough event as well.
So you think this Jodi now works because he has this explosive backcourt smash game, and you are very, very tactical at the net, and that's why it now works so well. It complements itself. Is that something that, as you said, you've worked over it over a period of time, and now it fits right in, and therefore you're so successful as a pair?
Definitely, I think both of us have a really strong attack, and we know for a fact that if we are quick at the net and create those openings, whether it be Satwik or me at the back, we eventually will get the shuttle down, and I think that is one of the strongest points we have, and I will definitely feel that we are one of the best attackers in the world, and opponents definitely get scared when they lift the shuttle to us. So yeah, I think that is definitely one of our strongest points.
So, in crucial points, including in the recent tournaments, you guys talk a lot, right, in between points. What's the communication like? I mean, is there someone who takes the lead for the communication, or are you more instinctive? Are you more analytical, tactical? How does it work? What is the conversation that happens, mid points or sorry, mid game?
Mainly, it's to keep it simple, keep things simple, and we don't plan like till the very end. Like you don't really know the trajectory of the point, how will the shuttles go, but what really is in your hands, which is quite predictable, is the first 4-5 strokes. Okay. And that is what we usually discuss, what stroke I'll be playing and what stroke my partner has to be ready for. Okay. And what is a pretty like if, let's say for example, if I'm playing to the side, what are the majority of the strokes will come in that direction itself. So it's just telling my partner that I'll be playing this stroke and be ready for that stroke. And
so you think players, even at your level, the highest level, can only determine or decide the first 4 or 5 strokes. After that, it's basically how the opponents play.
Exactly.
So what do you do when these long rallies happen?
We don't focus much on the long rallies, because as in so once it gets open up, it's more advantage for us, because we can attack, both can attack. If I'm playing on the front court, he can also attack it the same way. So it's majority like 60 to 65% we are favorites if we opened up. We always wanted to do that. Like if we get longer rallies, we are physically also a little bit stronger compared to others. We can play 3 games, longer matches. We don't have any issue for that. But we are a little bit stuck in the 4 shots, who are very tricky, who plays very tricky in the 4 shots. So if we opened up in the longer rallies, I think we are pretty much favorite. But in the practice, we just mainly focus on the first 4 shots. If you do well in the first 4, I think you will get easy points as well. So we practice mainly very tactically on the first 4, because that's only there in our hands.
In your control.
We know, I know where I'm serving. Next thing, we can predict where he's serving, where he's receiving as well.
Yeah.
So first 4 is very important in doubles, and nowadays it's way more important. Before, I think 10 years back, I think it's more physical, but it became more tactical now, very tricky in the first 4 shots.
How has that changed in the last 10 years?
I think the players have changed. The game has become so quick, and they are coming, and the courts have become little fast, drift. Before there used to be bigger arenas, I feel, and a lot of smash defense. There is no mid game or something like that. Pretty much open. Liang they used to defend for a very long time, and Fu Feng, China's guy, they used to attack a lot. So it's 1 hour match for sure.
Yeah.
So they used to play. There is no mid game like that. But later on, it changed. People started catching everyone became very strong in defense and attack as well. So mainly whoever plays very good, skillful in net game, I think they are getting major of the point. And now the trend has changed again. People started doing spin serve.
Yeah.
So it became again tricky. So they get very easy points compared to be normal serve. If you normal serve, you can play it, you can rush towards and play it. But with the spin serve, you have to think where it's spinning. So it's not at all easy to attack the spin serve. So things have changed, and the generation is changing.
Yeah.
So the younger generations are coming with all these tactic things without fear. They are doing all these things. So
you also see the change. I remember 10 years back, obviously the Chinese were very dominant. I think the Danes were also very dominant. Now you see more the Koreans, the Malays, the Indonesians. They are now sort of coming into more prominence because of, I don't know if it's because of the tactical game, but what do you feel?
I think everybody has their phases. There has been a phase where the Chinese were dominant.
Clearly.
There has been a phase where Indonesians were dominant, and Koreans also at one point were dominant, where they had 3 pairs in the top 10. And I feel it's very cyclical, where people like, it depends on how good your batch is, like how good, let's say if the Chinese have 3-4 good pairs, so automatically the quality of sparring rises, and you have top 3 pairs in the top 10 in the world. So
is that a problem for you guys? I mean, I think recently somebody had said, I think Pranay or someone had said that, you know, the fact that you don't have decent quality sparring partners and yet you've reached where you've reached is a even more commendable feat, he said. Is that an issue? Is that something that you see as an obstacle, or?
Right now, like, it's getting better, but yeah, obviously you can't compare it to the Chinese or Malays or Koreans, Indonesians, where they have 3-4 pairs in the top 10 in the world, and probably 5-6 in the top 30, top 40. So for them, sparring is not at all an issue, because they're getting, like, they are able to play with players who are as good as them. And
but now I think in the upcoming World Championship, there's one more Indian pair,
Hariharan and Arjun. Even they've been playing quite well.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I think we still need to do better. Like, I think depth-wise, we still need to have, I think, in the top 30 at least 3-4 pairs. So then automatically when there's competition, the level automatically rises.
What about in the younger generation of players who are coming up, whether it's in singles or doubles? Who do you see as the most promising, can, you know, elevate their game to the top 10 sort of thing? Is there anyone that you've seen recently in badminton?
We haven't been following so much. Ayush is already there.
Yeah,
Ayush is obviously,
correct.
He'll obviously break into I feel he can break into the top 5 more as well. I think recently, I think Ronak Chauhan is playing really well. I think he's playing semis in the US Open. He's 18 years, I think.
Okay.
Obviously, girls are doing pretty good. Tanvi Sharma, Unnati Huda, all these girls are doing pretty much. And I mean, in doubles, I think we do have, but we don't have at high level yet. I think there are few players playing really good in practice, but I'm not sure in the outside how they will perform. So if you see the practice, if you are playing, you feel like, why can't these guys play at the high level? So we have so much talent in India, but when you go outside to present yourself on the court, I think we are not so good handling those situations.
So what is the difference between practice and a match, particularly in a match that you're playing outside?
Few players play, I mean, in fact, like many people say, I play very bad in practice. I play good in match. So I felt, I mean, that's good only. But there are few players, like if you see their practice, you will see like they can beat world number 1 also. They are very talented guys here. But when they play international match, they can't able to handle this pressure.
The pressure.
I think match fear. I think that's way different in practice and match.
So I'll come to the concluding part. Again, I'm coming back to the World Championship, because obviously, you know, all eyes will be on all the Indians who are taking part. I believe about 10 of them have qualified for it, including both of you. Will we see you at the podium holding the gold medal in a World Championship hosted in India? I mean,
hopefully. I think that will be the ideal situation. But I think you can't really predict what happens on court. But
who's the one pair you fear the most?
No one.
No one? Not the Koreans, not the Indonesians, no one?
As in, no pair is like, I'll be like, oh my god, I'm scared of them. I think on our given day, if we play to the best of our abilities, I think we can beat anybody. So one thing, like, we cannot predict the results. Obviously in a match you win or you lose, but one thing is for sure, that we'll give everything we have in our gear and leave everything on court.
And as you said, you're both at peak at 100% or almost 100% at the same time, which I think is a great thing. That's where you want to be, right? Just ahead of a World Championship. Just closing comment.
I mean, I feel we are the enemies for ourselves, as in like few things is not in our hands. As I said, like if we are there to 85% to 90%, that is good enough on the given day, because our focus will be on the match rather than the body. So there are many matches we focusing more on our body, like if I play this shot, kya hoga baad mein? Then we have very important tournament next week. So we are protecting ourselves to play, give you 100%. Then without playing 100% also we are playing semis or finals. So we are pushing from the day one itself. So which I feel it's not a good as a player. And you have so many tournaments in the BW circuits, way compulsory. So we have to just manage and play. So there is no time for a proper break and do stuff again. But as going into the World Championship, I think we are pretty much excited. We always love playing in India. I think last 2 years, I think 3 years, crowd has showed so huge. They came in Delhi. We didn't expect in the last few years. It was full packed when we played finals last year, I think. No, way before, I think. So I think they are full packed. So I think now I think from my hometown also people are planning to come there. So it will be good. I think it's good to going into the Asian Games to handle that pressure and coming into the Olympics as well to handle that pressure. So it's very different if you are playing in front of home crowd and managing that. I think it will help in future as well. So it will be really exciting, and you are in your comfortable zone, and this is your time to show your skills and give your 100%. There is no excuses. I think we are really looking forward for that.
And we are looking forward to it as well. May all success be with both of you, Satwik and Chirag. I'm going to round off with a rapid fire round. So quick questions, you can't think, you have to quickly answer. So I'll start with you. One opponent you always love competing against and why?
The Japanese, I think.
The Japanese. You?
Koreans.
The Koreans, okay. Who notices the opposition's pattern or their game first during a rally? Is it you or him?
Both.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Yeah? You would say that? Okay. Who's the first to apologize after a heated argument?
We don't really have.
Really?
No.
No arguments?
No, not till now. No.
Till now, no, touch wood. Because my next question was, who usually wins an argument?
Me.
You win the argument. Are you the communicator in this pair more than?
Yeah. He can win with coach also. He's the argument king.
Oh, I see, he is. One quality in your partner that you wish you had. Come on, you can't think so long.
Endearing.
Endearing. And Satwik, one quality?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Wow, that's interesting. If you could describe this Jodi in one word, what would that word be?
One word. One word.
One word, one sentence.
I think Rab ne bana di jodi.
Rab ne bana di Jodi.
Ice and fire.
Ice and fire. Who is ice and who is fire? You're fire, he's ice?
I am ice, he's
No,
fire.
I am fire.
You're fire and he's ice. Very nice. Since we are on Bollywood themes, my next question was, if you guys were Jay and Viru, who would be Jay and who would be Viru? As in the Sholay reference.
I think I'll be Jay.
He'll be Jay and you'll be Viru.
Yeah. I haven't watched, so no idea.
He doesn't know. He's not watched Sholay.
He's not
I haven't watched, so yeah.
Maybe you should.
Yeah.
Jay is
Amitabh Bachchan. Yeah. And Viru is the main one. Alright, final word. One sports person outside badminton who you always look up to and admire and...
Two actually. Rafael Nadal and Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt. And Satwik?
For me, Federer.
Federer.
I said ice and fire.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Okay, so Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, ice and fire. Thank you very much, Chirag and Satwik, for joining us, and many, many congratulations on your Singapore Open win. And we really look forward to your future tournaments, including, of course, the World Championship. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much. Thank you.